Hello, big world. I've had a few complications over the past several days, and so um, haven't really had the gumption to post in a few days, and trying to kind of be compassionate with myself about that because the intention is to authentically document um, this process. So, not quite as out of the woods as I thought I was. It turns out that the doctor wants me to do a round of radiation. The tumor was bigger than it showed in the MRI, and there were cancer cells traveling toward my lymph nodes, even though the lymph nodes tested negative for any cancers. So, I'm going to get a couple more weeks to heal up, and then I'm going to start radiation. And that's going to be 5 times a week for 5 weeks. And she said she thinks I have a good chance of beating it. And, it was a big blow. Just kind of, I thought I was out of the woods on it. And turns out there's going to be another chapter. So, I've also had some complications with healing. I had a catheter, and when they took the catheter out, it turned out that I had a bladder infection, so I'm taking antibiotics for that. And then my incision, they said I should have had a binder, which is basically like a tight piece of fabric to push the layers of skin together, and I guess I was supposed to have that whenever I got discharged from the hospital, and I didn't. So I had fluid that got trapped in the incision, and so the fluid was coming out, and so I went back to the doctor because it was leaking a lot. It was like dripping. Sorry to be so graphic about it, but the doctor said that the options are to try to give it a few days to let the liquid come out, and the other option is to open the incision back up, and then I would need to put like stuff gauze in there, she said, for weeks to months. So I got my workout pants on that are pretty tight, and I have another just kind of elastic, stretchy, it's kind of like a sports bra with no straps. And so I've had that on my belly for a couple days, and the liquid has slowed down a lot. So just kind of, and then the antibiotics that I'm taking for the UTI also are helping to prevent infection in the incision. So I just got to keep a really close eye on it and keep the doctor up to date. But it's looking like I might not have to shove the gauze in there. So it was just really a lot for one person to hear, all in one day. I went from I'm out of the woods, I'm wrapping this shit up, to you got some uncomfortable stuff that's going on right now, and because the incision was fine whenever the staples were in. And I took the staples out was when it started leaking. So anyway, it was just a lot. I shed some tears and talked with, I'm so grateful to have a support system. And the best piece of advice that I got, because I felt like, I was afraid. And I still am afraid. I'm not, I'm getting closer to acceptance by saying prayers about it and talking about it. But I think that I didn't realize that I was telling myself that if I feel afraid, that means I don't have faith. And, I got the feedback that that's just not true. You got to kind of feel your feelings in order to be able to give them to God. And so to be able to say, I feel afraid, gave me the opportunity to move closer to acceptance. And the advice that I got that really rang true to me was everything's going to be okay. And everything is okay. And okay doesn't always mean comfortable. Okay doesn't always mean that things are going the way that we would like them to go. And so that was really good advice for me, and I'm able to enjoy this beautiful rainy day and this beautiful view that I have, and just know that everything's going to be okay. And I am still getting better every day. You know, that this moment is not so bad. Even with the, you know, the discomforts that are with this moment. It's still pretty good. And it's getting better. And whatever it is that I got to do, I'm going to rise to the occasion when it happens. And remember that that's not happening right now. I don't have to shove gauze in there right now. And when and if I do, then I will. And I will take care of myself through that radiation course. And I'll do whatever it is I got to do. And so I'm getting more towards that acceptance. So I know I went long on this video, but it's a big one. So take care.